Ahoy everyone, and welcome to Rupert. So this is going to be, as always, this is going to be a two-parter. I'm going to watch 2 episodes. This show is another one that I thought was really good, and it's mostly forgotten these days. I understand there was a remake, like a 3D remake, but I'm talking about this episode in particular, like this series in particular. Not the character being forgotten, but the series being forgotten. I just think it was really well done. Like, I mean, like it's done with a sense of like they take the character seriously. Like it would have been easy to have Rupert be like, like real childish and like, oh wow, where are we going today? But like he's actually like a well-spoken, smart kid. Like he's still a kid though. Like
Mum says it's all right, then it's all right.
Well, I don't know.
If I say what's
like he still has he still struggles with the troubles that kids struggle with.
then it's all right with him.
I didn't say that exactly.
This is all very confusing. Just say it's all right, Mum. Say what's all right.
Rupert and Podgy want to camp out in the woods overnight. Now,
In
I
the
don't think...
woods? Overnight? And you said it was all right?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, it's not all right with me.
It's not all right with me either.
Oh. Well, then we agree, dear.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Rupert. Oh.
The dad's
I'm
wearing
afraid you're
orange
too
and
young
blue,
to be
which
on
is
your
my favorite
own all
colors.
night in the woods, Rupert.
I'm too busy this week, but I promise I'll go camping with you and Podgy next weekend.
But the whole idea was that Podgy and I would be on our own.
We used to have a VHS tape that had a bunch of Rupert
Rupert
episodes on it.
I can't wait until I grow up. Then I can do whatever I want. You'll grow up soon.
See, like
enough,
he's well spoken.
I hope so.
Oh, you
Like
remind me of
he's
myself.
not pouting and being a little brat,
Did I
but
ever
he's
tell you
still
about the time
being a
I
kid,
wanted to run off
and
join
he's
the
wishing
circus?
that he
Yes,
can grow
Dad,
up
you did.
so he can do whatever he
Ah,
wants.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. You see, in those days, the circus arrived every year in the late spring. Or was it the late autumn?
Go on outside and get some fresh air. Okay, Mum.
The circus was
I don't know. Like as I said, like I just think this was a well done animated series.
Bob or Larry. That is Harry. Or was it Larry? Oh well, no matter.
What a bore. Camping out in
Like
Rupert's
you don't get
backyard
shows like this anymore.
How exciting.
Like from what I've seen from the remake, the new series of Rupert,
Then I'll
it's
see
very
you in the woods
childish.
anytime I want
Like
to.
just yeah,
At least we have some provisions.
like a shell of its form of this version.
Is that all? What do you mean, is that all? What else do you need? I don't know. But to go camping with just 6 jars of pickles.
Ah,
You don't think 6 jars is enough?
he's got.
They're giant-sized jars. Even so,
What is it with cartoons and making food look so nice?
I brought something else.
Like I hate pickles in real life,
Pepper?
but after watching this, I just really want
Never heard
pickles.
of pepper pickles? You know, Peter Piper picked a peck of pepper pickles. I think it's pickled peppers, Podgy. Pickled peppers, peppered pickles. What's the difference?
Like look how the kids dress. They all dress like so elegantly.
Wow, what kind of pepper was that?
This episode's really good.
Pretty powerful pickled pepper. Positively. Let's see
I
what's
believe they
happening
live in a
now.
town. I believe they live in a
Maybe
village
one's
called
magic,
Nutshire.
but I doubt it.
I believe it's called Nutshire.
That's odd. The laundry looks as if it were frozen stiff. There's Bill. Hey, Bill! Bill! He's pretending he hasn't seen us. What a snob! That's funny.
What a snob.
Come on.
Podgy. Podgy's the best. There's Podgy, Algie, Bill, Rupert.
Something it's just a slow day in town.
That's
Something
Algie
very
with
unusual
the old
is
man.
going on. They're all like statues. Yeah. They're all frozen like Brussels
Like,
sprouts.
what an awesome
or
bunch of
beans,
characters.
or corn, or
Like, you had some
pies,
Asian
or ice
characters,
cream.
you had, like, animal
Professor.
characters, a
Chocolate ice cream
professor.
in particular. Constable Growler! Podgy, they can't hear us. They can't see us. I know. This situation has definite possibilities, Rupert. Everybody has just stopped. Everything has stopped. Time has stopped. Podgy! Podgy! Hi, Rupert. Come on up and have some pancakes. They're really fresh, but a little undercooked.
This comes from an era where, like, the whole idea of time being frozen was like a very, it was a very prominent, it was a very reused idea. And I honestly think it's like a really interesting idea.
Back to normal. But I like it like this. We can do
Like
whatever
it
we want. We can eat whatever we want. Bill, he can't hear me, Podgy. That's why he didn't answer you before. Poor Bill. I'd never have called him a snob if I had known he was frozen in time. Don't you see, Podgy? We've got to get things back to normal. If we don't, then we'll never talk to Bill again. Or Algie, or Tiger Lily, or anyone.
Tiger Lily.
Not even... You mean it'll be just you and me, Rupert? Forever and ever? Boy, that's... boring. Come on, Podgy. There's no time to lose. I'll never talk to anyone again. To my loved ones. To all the most important people in my life, like the butcher, and the grocer, and the baker, and the pastry maker. I'll never order anything from them. I'll never even say hello to them, or anyone. Hello.
Hello.
Run, Rupert! Run? From what? We're the only things moving
This is one of the best lines coming up here.
Come back here.
Who is he? Why is he chasing us? I don't know. Maybe he's the guy who stopped time and froze everybody like Brussels sprouts. Maybe he wants to freeze us too. He's gaining on us. He's pretty fast for an old guy, isn't he?
He's pretty fast for an old guy, isn't he?
Quick, Rupert! Into the clock! Clock? What's a clock doing?
Oh, drang, dang,
Where are we, Podgy? We're inside the clock, Rupert. I know that. I mean, where is the clock? How am I supposed to know? I can't see a thing.
I remember there was one episode, there was like a bunch of monkeys. And, that was an interesting, it was like there was like a temple or something. That was
What
interesting.
is this place? I don't know. But there certainly are a lot of clocks. And that grandfather clock brought us here. So this must be some kind of clock place.
Imagine having to set all those clocks and like wind them and, you know, set them for daylight saving and stuff. That would take hours. Literally. It would take hours. Ha 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 ha, time.
Where you have to know a secret handshake and stuff? Only in this case it would be a secret second handshake. Get it? Look at that! Wow. I know what this is. It's a giant vending machine. I don't think so, Podgy. And you know what you find in giant vending machines.
Bill was always my favorite character.
You wouldn't happen to have any giant coins with you by any chance?
Bill's sort of like a cool guy, like down to earth.
Fishing
Well. Uh-oh.
What have you done?
How awesome is his hair? It's that classic clown hairstyle.
Don't you know what that machine is?
It's not a vending machine?
Of course it's not a vending machine. It's the master clock. It controls time for the entire universe.
And you thought it was a vending machine. Then you must be Father Time.
Of course I'm Father Time. Why else would I have all these clocks all over the place?
Of course. Who is this guy, really? Who is Father Time?
Names?
I'm Rupert, sir. I'm Podgy.
I hope you two realize what you've done. Not only
Ah,
have
got
you
a case of
damaged
the
this
yawns.
master clock, you have also
Ow.
interrupted my vacation.
We're awfully sorry. I didn't know you took vacations.
Once every 500 years. Whether I need it or not.
But how do you take a vacation if you're in charge of time? Isn't that like a full-time job?
That's easy, Pinky.
Podgy, sir.
When I
Pinky.
take a vacation, I simply stop time everywhere. Then I can go where I like, do what I like, and take as long as I like. This year, I decided to do a little fishing in Nutwood.
Nutwood.
So that's what
I said
happened.
Nutshire.
That's why everyone in Nutwood is frozen.
I was close.
How about
I
us?
knew it was nut
We're
something.
frozen in time too.
Good question, Robert.
Robert.
Rupert, sir.
He's bad
You
with
weren't
names.
sitting in a tent eating pepper pickles, were you?
Yes.
And you both sneezed at exactly the same moment?
Yes.
That's why you weren't frozen. Something about the protective qualities of canvas in conjunction with the pickle gas, the pepper cloud, and the reflex nature of the simultaneous sneeze that blocks out the time-freezing rays. I won't be able to start time
So because they were in a
until I
tent
return the master
eating
clock.
pickles with pepper and they sneezed
Like
at the
this
same
damage
time,
to the entire
they
e-clock
weren't
proofing
frozen.
mechanism.
And they had to do it at the exact right second.
Not too long, Richard,
Rupert, sir.
but it will have to wait until I finish my vacation.
But we've got to get back to Nutwood. Oh, relax, Rupert. We'll just hang out here until his vacation is over. So, how long do you normally take on your vacations?
Oh, the equivalent of about 75 years your time.
75 years? But we'll be old. Yeah, and hungry.
Mm.
Isn't there any other solution? Isn't there any way we could help?
Oh no, I make a rule of never interrupting my vacations. And I also make a rule of never making exceptions to my rules.
Then it's hopeless.
On the other hand, if I make an exception in this case, it could be the exception that proves both rules. All right, I'll do it.
All right.
I'll fix things at this end, but you two will have to go out to the circuit board and throw the main breaker.
We'll throw it wherever you want. And I guarantee we'll break it too. What he means is, we'll look after it, Father Time.
Oh, I love this chair.
Wow.
That's Timeland, boys. Now all you have to do is follow the path to the end. Then you just open the circuit board and throw the main switch. It's very simple.
Let's go.
Oh, Roger! Stewart!
Yes, sir?
One last thing. Whatever you do, don't stray from the path.
Don't stray from the path.
Boy, is that guy bad with names.
It's such a creative show. Like, look how awesome this is.
Isn't Timeland breathtaking, Rupert?
I think the animation is good. Look, maybe I'm biased with all these old cartoons, but I really do like this animation style.
Come on, let's see what Father Time said. Pudgy! Pudgy! Hi, Rupert. Pudgy? Can I drive you somewhere? But you don't know how to drive. I know I don't. But then how? Don't ask me. I must be a fast learner or something. But it's great, isn't it? I suppose so.
Rupert. Let's go to the beach. Podgy looks so cute in his bathing suit.
The disturbing part is that it's just Podgy and Rupert with like wigs on.
Oh, don't be silly. We're your girlfriends.
Rupert! Rupert, I want that report on my desk in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What? What report does he want? I don't even know who he is. I don't even know
I
what
th
I'm doing.
the thing I love most about this is that
I've got
like the animal characters mix with the human characters, and like it's just you know normal for them.
Wasn't it? Because I have a chocolate donut here, and it only has a teeny weeny little bite out of it, sir. Sir? Rupert? Podgy? What's happening to us?
See, I don't know, but this is like you know
Time was speeded up.
this show is a perfect example of doing equality and you know
Please get on
inclusion
with it, Podgy.
right.
I've been waiting long enough.
What happened to the blonde lady who's gonna his blonde girlfriend?
Hey, it's my dad. What's he doing here? Dad? Dad? That's not your father, Rupert. It's you. Me?
His bow tie's a different color. Oh my lord! Look how many kids he's got.
Podgy? Is it really you? It used to be. You've got to do something, Rupert. Things are going far too fast for me.
Look how many kids he's got. Poor Rupert. Like you know, clearly Rupert like you know just stays single.
Robert?
Like he never got married, never had kids.
Richard, Pinky? I'm starting to get bad with names. Me too. I keep thinking that there was something I was supposed to do. Me too. Podgy, I remember now. Time stopped, remember? Yes. And now we've got to get back to that path. We've got to throw the main circuit breaker in Timeland. Throw it? I don't even think I could pick it up. Come on.
Like this is just like a nice show about adventure. Like, and that's what I think you know we lack these days is adventure shows.
Podgy, hurry! I am hurrying. Father Crime!
It's Father Time. What took you two so long? I thought you said you were going to throw the main breaker. Don't tell me you strayed from the path.
Okay, we won't tell you.
When you weren't here after I had made the repairs in the office, I guessed as much. So I went back to Nutwood to finish my holiday.
You mean
Yes, 75 years of fishing in Nutwood.
75 years?
Oh, yes. Once you step off the path and enter Timeland, time becomes greatly accelerated. You two have been gone for precisely 75 years. Well, time to go home.
So I'd say that'd be about 85.
We're so old. I'm so old, I'm not even hungry.
I'm so old, I'm not even hungry. Such a good show. They don't make them like this anymore. I can literally say that because they don't.
I can't go in there. I can't let my parents see me like this. Those are my parents.
Those are my parents.
Did I tell you boys that the accelerated aging process is irreversible?
No, you didn't tell us that.
Well, that's good. Because it's perfectly reversible.
We'll be young again. Thank you, Father Slime.
Father Time.
Sorry.
You go on home now. inside. Your parents are waiting for you.
What?
Goodbye, Rodney.
Rodney.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Porker.
Boy, is that guy bad with names. Wait a minute. How could the fish bite if they were frozen in time like everything else?
How could the fish bite if they're frozen in time like everything else? Oh, wow. I love that the show is self-aware. That just makes it so much better. Oh my lord. This is the best. I'm so happy.
Rupert.
Is something wrong, dear? I'm young! Mom, Dad, isn't it
This show has a nice message.
Of course it is, dear. Do you know what I want to do?
Oh, I suppose you want to go outside and play.
No. What I want to do most of all is listen to your traveling circus story again.
I thought you were getting tired of that story.
Never, Dad, never.
All right, son, you asked for it. You see, in those days, the circus arrived every year in the late spring.
I thought it was the late autumn.
Perhaps it was early summer. It wasn't in the winter, I'm sure of that. Well,
That's a good show. So guys, that's the end of the first episode. I hope you liked that one. Very wholesome little show. Very innocent little show. Look at the artwork. That's beautiful. I love the music too. It's just... overall, it's a really good show, guys. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. We've got one more episode to watch, and then we're good. Ahoy everyone, and welcome back to Rupert. You know, this show came from a simpler time in my life. I remember this used to be on ABC's on the weekends, and I think after school as well. I can't really remember. So what episode are we watching now? Take your guesses. I'll let my sister take a guess. Rupert and the Leprechauns. Now, I just want to say, right off the bat, this has a lot of similarities to Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Like, a lot of similarities.
Would probably take me weeks to earn enough money to buy a ball like that. Or months even. Or years.
This is only the first day of your Saturday job, Rupert. Perhaps you should concentrate a little more on the work and less on the wages?
Sorry, sir.
I'll get them, Rupert. I want you to make a delivery. Take these groceries to Mr. Crumb at Old Finley Manor.
Mr. Crumb.
Finley Manor? I thought it was empty. I thought it was haunted.
It's neither empty nor haunted, my boy. Mr. Crumb moved in last month.
I don't know what animal that guy's meant to be. Like, I assume a monkey. But the ears throw me.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Well, it is my first day.
That's my excuse.
Phew. I certainly hope Mr. Crumb is a light eater. I wouldn't want to make this delivery every day.
Help! Somebody help me!
Leave me alone, you furry bag of bones! Scott!
leprechaun.
Brilliant observation, lad. You might also have noticed that I'm an upside-down leprechaun. Now please set me free before I turn to clover.
Turn to clover?
If a leprechaun's tied and bound, he'll turn to clover at sundown. Do this deed for me, lad, and I'll grant you a wish.
A wish?
As sure as the midnight sun shines in the sky, I'll grant you a wish by and by.
Do I get my wish now? I'd like a sure shot striker.
I fooled you, I did. The sun shining at midnight you'll never see. There'll be no wish you'll get from me.
Actually, where my Uncle Polar lives in the Arctic, the sun shines for 6 months at a time.
The Arctic, you say? Well, sure, and if you haven't found a wee bit of a loophole. And what be this clever lad's name, then?
Rupert Bear.
Well, I be owned.
I didn't know there were leprechauns in Nutwood Forest.
It's a long story, and it's top secret. But you look trustworthy. Sit down and I'll tell you all about it. You see, the other leprechauns and I have traveled great distances over many years on the trail of an evil, dastardly man by the name of...
Hey, that doesn't belong to you.
Oh, you expect me to grant you a wish, do you? And you won't be sharing a morsel of food with me?
It doesn't belong to me either.
Then you won't be hearing any top-secret story from me.
I have to deliver these groceries to Mr. Crumb at the...
Crumb?
Yes, Mr. Crumb.
Crumb's the man. Crumb's the evil, dastardly man we've been after.
Who goes there?
It's him. It's Crumb. Run, Rupert. Run!
Mr. Crumb?
What do you mean? You let him go?
Well, he was caught in a trap.
He was supposed to be caught.
So this is clearly Darby O'Gill.
Catch leprechauns.
Well, the character inspired by Darby O'Gill.
Yes, sir, he did.
You don't know what you're dealing with, lad. They're tricksters. A leprechaun will steal the souls right off your shoes if you're not careful. Wait!
I wouldn't...
Put it on the floor, it's safer. I wouldn't.
Whoa!
Those infernal leprechauns! You can't even sit down in your own home without checking for booby traps.
You mean the leprechauns did that?
That and who knows what else, my boy.
If you look at the paintings on the wall, they're all his ancestors and they look identical to him.
Leprechauns will stop at nothing to get what they want.
What do they want?
See?
It's a secret.
They're all holding the
I
cane,
can trust you.
and they're all got the grey hair and the same face.
A great grandfather. He was a great man. Anyway, he saved the life of the leprechaun king, and as a reward, the king gave him one of his most prized possessions.
What was it?
It was a precious amulet. But the leprechauns were born to lie and cheat. And when the leprechaun king died and they discovered that they no longer had the amulet, they claimed that the Crumbs had stolen it. So they came and stole the amulet from us. So what did we do?
We stole it. And then they stole it, and we stole it, and they stole it.
We stole it right back. And then they stole it from us again. And then we stole it right back. And then they stole it from us, and we stole it right back. They stole it, we stole it, they stole it, we stole it, they stole it, we stole it, they stole it, and we stole it. And now that I have it, the leprechauns follow me like a curse, setting booby traps and pulling pranks, hoping to catch me unawares.
Where is the amulet?
And that's the biggest secret of them all. I keep it on my person at all times. Behold, Rupert, the precious amulet. Isn't it a beauty?
Yes, it's nice.
Look out.
Perhaps you should give it back to them before somebody gets hurt.
Give it back. Give it back. That would be as good as saying he did steal it.
Once again, I just want to say that I really love the artwork and the animation in this.
Be careful going home, boy.
I just like that everyone dresses so nicely,
Never trust a
like so smart. I should say. I guess the word is they dress smart. This part's creepy. Like just look, it's night time. This is very horror movie-ish.
The wind never sounds quite so spooky during the day.
The wind never sounds so spooky during the day. Like that's like Rupert's very intelligent.
Get him! What?
Get him.
What's going on? Hold him in collar.
You worry about your end, Shauna.
Let me go! I can't do this all alone now. Let me go! What's going on? Ouch!
See, that's the king. He looks the exact same as the one from Darby
Allow
O'Gill.
me to introduce myself. I'm Prince Aiden, and who would you be? I know who you are! You're old man Crumb's new accomplice.
Accomplice? I just delivered groceries to him, that's all.
Groceries? That's a likely story. A likely story.
A likely story. I used that in real life even to this day.
Haven't seen Owen since this morning.
I say it to my sister all the time. A likely story.
Here, Tiny. Come on, kitty kitty. Go on, Tiny. Out you go.
Rupert! You know him. Can he be trusted?
That's twice now Rupert saved my skin. Lucky he was here when the cat dropped in. Before he released me from old Crumb's snare. I say we can trust this Rupert bear.
Very good, Owen.
The prince likes it when I rhyme.
We mean you no harm, Rupert. It's Crumb we're feuding with.
You see, he has a precious Enough! That we're not be telling an outsider of the precious amulet.
But Mr. Crumb already told me all about the amulet.
Crumbs are born to lie and cheat. I'd better tell you the real story. Then they stole it, then we stole it back, then they stole it, then we stole it back. They stole it, we stole it, they stole it, we stole it. They stole
See,
it, we
you know,
stole
the
it,
classic,
then
you know,
we
long
stole it.
story, everyone goes to
And
sleep.
that brings
I use that gag in my
Mr.
comic
Crumb said the amulet
Driftwood
was
Pirates.
given to his family for saving
Driftwood
the
Pirates
king's
pretty much
life.
is an amalgam of all the gags and, you know, jokes and everything from the cartoons and stories I grew up
It's
with.
the thing we sorely lack. We can't go home till we get it back.
very good, Owen.
I like how they just got stockpiles of 4-leaf clovers.
Too.
But
And
still
I
don't
like
see
it
what's
too.
so important about the amulet.
What the
Why
fuck?
can't you just forget about it?
Oh, I'm sorry, that was just so random. And I like it too.
The leprechaun's honors at stake. Never
Oh, I'm sorry, that was just random.
We'll stop at nothing to get it back.
We'll loosen his floorboards, we'll pry off his roof, we'll stir his porridge with a horse's hoof.
Isn't there some way to settle this before someone gets hurt?
Not until one side or the other gives in, and it won't be us, I dare say.
Hello, Cedric. Come on in for a cup of tea.
Cedric.
No, thank you. No time for tea. Mrs. Pig wants me to do some work in the garden. And when Mrs. Pig wants me to do something, why, I snap to it right away.
Right away.
In any event, I was wondering if I could borrow your hedge clippers.
But you already have my hedge clippers. I lent them to you last month.
Last month? Oh, that's not possible.
As a matter of fact, I was going to come over and borrow them back from you.
But I don't have them.
Well, I lent them to you.
You most certainly did not.
But I did.
Oh, no! I never!
But you did.
I never smelled anything as wonderful as those strawberry tarts.
Would you like...
Thank you. Wonderful.
What an asshole.
I apologize. If you say I borrowed your hedge clipper, then I'm certain you're right.
No, perhaps you're right. Maybe I didn't lend them to you. Or maybe you returned them and I forgot.
You certainly know how to settle an argument.
Like, seriously, who just goes to someone's house and eats, you know, the whole tray of desserts that they just made?
Who cares about gardening anyway?
What a, what a douchebag. He's meant to be doing the gardening for his wife, and he's there eating, and he's like, who cares?
That was so long ago. Does anybody really know what happened?
Yes, I know what happened. The amulet was a gift to my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He stole the amulet from my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. You left out one great. You probably stole it. Wrong again. You...
Couldn't we discuss this over a strawberry tart?
Strawberry tart, is it? Tart, you say?
Tart.
It's a wonderful tart. Couldn't agree more, Crumb.
He got two. He got two.
You want to spend the rest of your life watching out for the next prank, Mr. Crumb? And wouldn't it be nice to walk through the forest without having to watch your every step? Isn't there some way to share the amulet before someone gets hurt?
It might be possible.
Mr. Crumb?
Well, I'll hear them out. Would you care for another strawberry tart, Mr. Crumb? Thank you. I'd love one. Fire! I've got it! I've got the amulet! Why, you thieving little... Whoa!
Let me go! Rupert, help!
Mr. Crumb, wait!
Your meddling has cost me my family's amulet.
But Mr. Crumb, I was only trying to help.
He sort of looks like Mr. Smithers, that character.
Let me go! If a leprechaun's tied and bound, he'll turn to clover at sundown.
Don't bother me with your daft leprechaun rhymes.
He's telling the truth, Mr. Crumb. He will turn to clover if you don't let him go.
And how do you know this, Rupert?
He told me.
Never trust a leprechaun, Rupert.
But I trust Owen.
Rupert, go tell the leprechauns if they want Owen back, they'll have to hand over the amulet first. Never! We'll never hand the amulet over.
Even if we were to give Crumb the amulet, we couldn't trust him to let Owen go.
The time for pranks is over. We'll take Owen back by force.
This is kind of creepy. Like,
Someone will get hurt. What? Hey!
This isn't your fight, Rupert.
Let me go!
What bit of leprechaun magic is this?
No, it's no trick. You've got to let me out of here before it's too late.
We've got to get Crumb out of the way somehow.
I think I know how. It's time to settle a score with Crumb's precious cat. That'll bring the old man running.
I like how they got sticks, like they're ready to belt. They're ready to give his noggin a flogging.
Favorite little applesauce.
That's my cat.
Nice kitty.
Wow, that was a really horrible plan.
Not even a leprechaun deserves a fate like this. And to think I almost fell for your little trick.
Hurry, we don't have much time.
Let me go!
Till I get my hands on you, you little green hooligan.
Oh, it's no use. The lock's too strong.
The sun's going down. We have to do something.
Rupert! Hurry! The sun's almost set.
Silly old Crumb's far too slow to ever catch me. Looks like you've been caught by silly old Crumb. Now you see I'm neither slow nor dumb. You're right. Very good, Crumb.
Why, thank you. Never mind that. I've got the amulet. Now go on back where you came from and leave me be.
You son of a 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 thief! We'll never
Son of a
leave
son of
without
a
the
son of a 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 thief.
Are you all right, Owen?
Thanks to you, Rupert. But you must get the others to stop this senseless feud before someone really gets hurt. Before it's too late.
I can't do this, Owen.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, that's just too funny. Shoot.
Aiden! Aiden! Whoa!
Hurry, Rupert!
It's too tight!
The amulet belongs to the Crumbs.
It belongs to the Leprechauns.
Crumbs!
Leprechauns.
Wait, Rupert! Yeah, Rupert, where are you?
Over here!
Oh, here. Go on, Rupert. I've got him.
We're trapped!
Crumb, you saved my life.
You would have done the same for me. It was nothing.
No, it was something.
No, it was nothing.
I won't be arguing about it now. It was definitely something.
It was nothing, I tell you.
So what do we do with this?
Crumb, I know now that your ancestor truly did save the life of the Leprechaun King. So the amulet is rightly yours.
It's all right, Tiny. The little people are our friends now. I know, Aiden, I realize now that there are things far more valuable than the amulet. Rupert was trying to tell us that all along. You keep the amulet. It has no meaning for me anymore.
Well, it has no meaning for us either. It just represented the silly feud we've been carrying on for so many years. You take it.
I don't want it. You take it.
No, you take it.
You take it.
You take it.
You take it.
It's yours, I say.
It's yours.
Yours.
I'll take it!
Well, yeah, good idea, Rupert. You deserve it.
I couldn't agree more. Who knows? It might even bring you some luck, Rupert.
See, it's a happy ending, which is nice.
What is that thing, Rupert?
It's a long story, Mr. Chimp. It's kind of
Mr.
a lucky
Chimp,
charm,
so
I
he is
suppose.
Well,
a monkey.
goodness knows, we can always
It's just
use
that
a
the
little
ears
luck.
are so
I've
strange.
got another delivery for you, Rupert. I've marked the address on it.
Bear's Cottage, Nutwood. I'm on my way. Wait a minute. That's my house.
It's to go to a Mr. Rupert Bear. Mr. Crumb placed the order on behalf of some friends of his.
The sure shot striker. Owen granted my wish after all.
I tell you what, Rupert. Why don't you take the rest of the afternoon off and take your new ball outside to play?
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Chimp. It really is a lucky charm.
Lucky.
And that's another episode of Rupert Bear, guys. It's just such a good show. Like, just, a show that, I can watch and just relax and enjoy and laugh and just have a good time, It's good to revisit a show like this, Well, once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this Rupert Bear Sunday. Yeah, that's all from me for now, and until next time.